Well, he went to war when he was 19 years old, and so that would have been after graduating from high school. I know at that point he was quite the Boy Scout, and he was a member of the Boy Scout National Honor Society called the Order of the Arrow, and I know he was a chief at one time of that Aquahonian tribe of Staten Island that the Boy Scouts would go to summer camp, and I recall him having to stop that when he went off to war. He was 19 years old, and he enlisted and became a member, at that time it was called the Army Air Force. And he was sent over to Foggia, Italy, and from there he flew 51 missions over Europe, which was unusual because I think it's my understanding that they don't allow you to fly more than 50 missions, but they flew 51 and then came back to the United States. And when he got back here to the United States, he went to school at Lehigh on the GI Bill. Well, I think if you look back then, I think a lot of the young men did. I think it was very important to defend your country. And I think Dad had a great sense of patriotism, and that led him to enlist and want to be a part of what was happening. He was a navigator during the war, and when he came back after the war, he actually got his pilot's license, but he was a navigator on B-17s during the war.
A great story of his was coming back to Foggia from Ploesti, bombing the German oil supply in Romania. And they were shut up, but they were happy to get home. And they landed, and you could look to the left, and there were two other airplanes that crash landed in, and they just pulled them off the runway because they were so badly shut up. The first thing these guys did is rush over to the airplanes that were disabled and take the armor plating out of it. Okay, carrying it to their own airplanes, putting them here, putting them on the side, putting it everywhere they could find armor. I mean, wherever the shrapnel could come through. This guy, they had to put MPs, military police, around this guy, because all you could see people land and rushing over there and grabbing. So these people, the B-17s, were flying way over gross weight, certified gross weight, because these guys had armor plating all over their bodies. Okay. So those are the little stories I remember about it.